Alright, back. Let's finish this, maybe. I reached the hive. That doesn't sound good. God damn it, game. Stop spoiling your shit. What is wrong with you? On the left. Well, since I'm here. I don't think I can get any of these guys. I mean, easily. They're on the other side of Western, then I don't care that much anymore. Hopefully it won't matter. Now to find them. So it's the hive. I'm guessing it has infected everybody down there, maybe. We'll see. What? Seriously though, that's one of the biggest issues I have with the game. Especially for a game like this, which has a nice story and it kinda has a lot of questions, but not doesn't give you all the answers to start with. Spoiling their own shit is amazing. I don't know what the hell they were thinking there. Whoever does this, you should be ashamed. This is the wrong place. Oh, this is the right place. There we go. Run. Why can't I run? Sometimes I think when you do the transition from doors, it won't pick up your pressing B in the controller to run. Alright, this is the place and no one is here, so...
This place has been ransacked.
And again, thanks for the spoil fucking game. I think it goes this way, maybe. But as we look around. Yeah.
Where has Harriet gone? She must have left a trail I could follow.
Will the killer bridge the two? Ah, there we go. I see a trail now.
They've all been slaughtered. Pre-one? No, not their style.
Oh, it's Harriet. I guess you should have killed her when Honey told us to. Or couldn't, of course. It's part of the story, I'm just saying.
Where is old Bridget? Damn. If I'd come earlier, they would still be alive.
Well, it's old Bridget's fault, it's not ours. Whoa. What's up, Maker? If he is our Maker, I'm guessing he is.
Take not a step further, child, for you are unprepared.
You, at last. I wondered when you would show your face again. Step away. We have nothing to discuss.
Desist, child. You cannot confront the monstrosity unleashed upon this land without due preparation. I shall not allow it.
All right. But no more riddles. Enough of the obscure songs and prophecies. I ask questions, and you answer them.
My words have been as clear as crystal lakes, my child. You seem unwilling to drink, to listen, to learn.
Yeah, clear as crystal lakes, sure.
Why did you choose me?
Only you could provide a modern, scientific answer to this ancient, mystical threat.
What kind of modern answer?
Disease, contagion, and contamination. How they course through veins is your dominion, my child. Your choices have made you. Only you can save this land.
Can I ask what's with the horns? It's probably a helmet.
Speak to me of this ancient threat.
The blood of hate. Vessel of the wrath of the goddess. When she awakens, a disaster will be born into this world, for she is hunger and anger.
What is your true appearance?
I do not understand. This is who I am.
Blood? You are made of blood. Surely you are joking.
Why would I? And no, I'm not made of blood. I am blood. Blood is what I am since my birth and for eternity.
What the fuck does that mean? Blood is what I am. Maybe he's not the martial guy.
But who are you really? Tell me your name.
I am your maker. I am the servant of the Red Goddess and protector of this land. I have many names.
Pick one.
Just give me one.
I mean, yeah.
There are those who call me Merdin Wild, the Wild Horned Man. But I never was a man. I was born out of blood.
Who is the Red Goddess?
I'm here to stop
I can't
Harriet
ask that.
Jones. She is the original carrier. The well from which this corruption flows.
I have heard you, but be wary. Harriet Jones's mind is no more. She has metamorphosed into an apocalypse. Born from, drenched in, and driven by the blood of hate.
So I guess Elizabeth has the blood of hate, right? Because that's what transformed her. Well,
What is the blood of hate?
It is the curse of the goddess. It is the hunger in you, the need for blood, the will to strike and to punish, to spit in the eye of God.
that was totally clear. Thanks. Those crystal lakes.
Tell me about this disaster creature. I know London fell victim to such a thing in 1666.
A disaster is pure anger born through blood. Its name means bad star, for they reappear when our queen unleashes her unquenchable wrath upon the world.
Who is the queen? And that disaster makes sense now. The name. I think it was badly translated. Bad Star makes more sense than Eater of Stars. Translation
Who is
wise.
this queen?
She is the Red Goddess, the Queen of Blood. In my youth, 100 lifetimes ago, she was worshipped as the Morrigan. She is my mother. She is yours, too.
Unfortunately, yeah,
The
I'm not
Celtic goddess of war.
familiar with
Is
Celts.
this a ruse of some kind?
She has been worshipped in many forms throughout the ages. The true nature
Mythology,
of
that
the
is.
Red Queen is beyond your comprehension, eluding even mine. But know this, she is a vengeful mother.
I think there is a horned god on the Celtic mythology. Something. With C it starts, but I don't remember the name.
So the disaster is some sort of accident. A disease vampires carry dormant in their blood, waiting to emerge.
That's your modern answer. But a disaster is at the same time both less and more.
Tell me what it is then, in your own words.
Oh my
A
god.
disaster
No.
is the pure
Not his own
will
words.
of our queen. Whenever she dreams of walking this earth, she awakes in this putrid vessel.
Why? That sucks for her.
I only wish to know how to put an end to this epidemic.
To perform an act so noble, you must protect yourself from its poisonous kiss, my child.
I know. McCullum used such a serum when trying to kill me. However, I have produced a more efficacious version of the antidote.
Your final task awaits you at the end of these tunnels. I've known for ages you were worthy of this challenge, my champion, Bittersweet.
Unknown for ages? How?
What will happen thereafter? What future awaits me beyond these dark tunnels?
Your fate, my child, and the fate of this land. A disaster is about to enter this world to smite us all and teach us humility. You are our final hope.
Will it be over then? Once I've defeated this creature?
Yes. The threat will dissipate like so much smoke, for you will have purified its source.
And then what? What will become of me?
How would I know? I am no god, and your fate is in your own hands. For you are our champion.
Alright then.
You tricked me. My sister died for your schemes. I have brought suffering and tragedy into this world. I am not, nor will I ever be your champion.
Very soon you'll come to know that sacrifice is sometimes necessary. I understand the grudge a child bears towards his father and mother. Be brave, my child.
Alright, Jesus. That all said to me, big boss fight, it's gonna be a bitch. And I'm gonna whine about it. As I usually do in boss fights. Because that's how I roll.
These poor skals didn't stand a chance.
I guess it's that way, and that way is the way out. Should have killed her when you had the chance. Is that the fucking water supply of the city?
Oh, I'm sick. So sick.
Yeah.
Doctor, help me, please. I'm in such pain.
I'll be glad to be of assistance.
Ah, like your help, Doris. Liars, all of you. My poor baby. I've been such a bad mother. But the Queen herself forgave me. Gave me another chance.
Harriet, you must stop all of this. I can't let you infect anyone else.
How dare you interfere with the Red Queen's plans, Doctor? How can you stop the course of nature?
Alright then.
Took my daughter from me!
Ooh, ooh. Oh, that was way too easy. She has multiple forms. Ooh, cool.
This anger I feel, is it wrath? I think it is. Oh, how infinitely, how intensely, how irredeemably are you all going to suffer now?
That's awesome.
Eat, for this is my
Oh shit, okay. Hello? Got a weapon. That's out. That doesn't do much. Ouch. Oh shit, okay.
I will
Not that, not that. Oh my fucking, stop resisting my ultimates. Button. This is useless now. Hitting while sprinting. Ouch. Ouch. Nope.
feed me, give me their lives.
This is some nice music. yourself, then sorry.
Eat for this.
That was kinda too easy.
No one could ever defeat you, mother of us all, for you are our every root and leaf.
Damn!
Always been my most amusing son.
Then go back to sleep, my queen, and smile
So cool.
at us from your dreams.
Did they feel my wrath? Have they suffered enough?
More than ever, mother of us all.
Until the next time.
Until the next time.
I expected it to be much harder. The sister was a lot harder than this fight.
So it's over then, young Ekon. You
Is
have
it,
put an end
old
to
Bridget?
this terrible menace.
Old Bridget? What are you doing here?
This is my realm, Ekon. This is Suaskal territory.
But they were all massacred by the monstrosity that Harriet became.
Others will come, engendered by deceitful vampires. I don't mean you, of course.
I thought you'd been slaughtered, with all the other Suaskals.
I was up above, in search of help when Harriet suddenly turned into that thing. I have no idea what it was.
It's over now. London
Convenient.
is no longer shrouded in the disaster's shadow. We're all safe.
Yes, you prevailed in the end. I hope you'll forgive me for the way I treated you when first you presented yourself at our gate.
No need to apologize, really.
Perhaps there will be no stories told or songs sung of what happened here today. But I'll know the truth. Jonathan Reid, newborn vampire, stepped forward and saved us all.
I'm honored to be part of this city's legend. Thank you, old Bridget. May I ask you just one question?
How could I refuse you anything now? I'll answer just as I answered Lady Ashbury when we met a few nights ago.
Who are you? Really?
I was born with the name Bridget Eleanor Wellington. In 1738, my beloved and immortal husband decided to preserve my beauty and youth forever by making me drink his blood.
You were Lord Redgrave's wife.
Damn!
Then the pompous fool rejected you, did he not?
It was about 200 years ago. Peace found me in time.
So it's not that old, but that's
And
interesting.
I sincerely hope it will find you too, now that all is over.
No, it's not over. I may have ended the vampire epidemic, but I still need answers from the woman I love.
I feared you would say that. Go then, young Ekon, and face your fate. Just remember that I'll always be here for you.
I wonder if the fight was easier because you had that super blood potion, whatever antidote thing.
London has been cleansed. This catastrophe came about when an ancient malignant will crossed paths with mortal imprudence. For now, we are safe. For now. My craving for blood remains. Red like hate, red like hunger, red as life and death, passing from one immortal to another, from predator to victim, patiently biding its time to rise again. London has been cleansed for now, but there's a simmering hatred, fear, and old grudges. When will we succumb, mortals and immortals alike? The next disaster is only a matter of time. My only hope now is to catch the woman I love, to understand why she fled, and unmask the secret that has been lurking in her blood for so long.
Is this an epilogue? I guess it is. It's the castle of William, whatever his name was, Marshall guy. I'm terrible with names. Oh, it's the red car too. The one that goes outside her estate.
Well,
It's Car Morin.
this is it. Lady Ashbur's domain. Why am I not surprised it's not on any maps?
It has seen better
better
days. Find who Elizabeth's blood create disasters. Chapter 7. Ooh, again?
Beautiful morn, my child. It looks like dawn is here at long last.
Can't you just leave me alone? Your precious queen has been sent back to the bottomless pit from whence she came. The nightmare is almost over.
I am here to say goodbye. The sun's warmth exhausts me. Soon I will rejoin my queen in her
Wait,
endless-
it is morning. What the fuck?
It is over. You did well.
I totally didn't notice until he said that. How?
So our beloved mother will just go back to sleep, now that enough people have suffered. Is that it?
No, Jonathan. The Morrigan has been appeased because you dared confront her. You have prevailed, my bittersweet champion.
And what are you to her? Her counterpart? Her opponent in some timeless game?
She is my mother, my dreadful and sour-tempered mother. She is yours too, in a way, but you are not born from her terrible womb like me. You are but a distant child.
What does she seek? Revenge? Retribution?
She seeks nothing, since she only dreams of it. In the ancient tongue, when I was young, her name meant ghostly queen. Pray she never fully awakens, for her wrath knows no bounds.
Why is he so angry?
Why did Harriet Jones become a disaster?
You are the doctor. You hold the knowledge needed to answer such a question. Have you the answer?
I noticed that all the Icors were female, as if a male couldn't endure the metamorphosis. Harriet was also a bitter and resentful woman, as was her daughter.
If the Morrigan prefers despoiled women to become the vessels of her wrath, we should be thankful that but one disaster hath been cast upon this wobbling world.
Icors seem to carry various diseases. They did not merely turn people into skals. Their presence alone spreads death.
Who knows whether the Red Queen awakens when cursed mortals endure such epidemics, or if the contagions emerge like a curse as she awakes.
Come on, controller. Thank you.
This is not over. I am here to find the true origin of the blood of hate.
'Tis unwise to interfere with a tale rooted so deeply in the suffering of others.
What will happen to Ascalon? Will you let them run the country from the shadows?
I don't interfere with petty political intrigues. Ascalon was built upon the lie of a lineage. Such a deceit cannot last forever.
But Lord Redgrave definitely possessed Marshall's blood. Untainted blood from the greatest vampire knight.
Really? I wonder how he managed to acquire it. Perhaps I should retrieve this artifact before going back to sleep.
What will become of the vampire hunters?
They will never stop searching for William Marshall, for he escaped their two great hunts. Remember that you too are now on their dark list.
What will become of the Brotherhood?
I foresee trouble for them now that your progeny considers becoming the new primate.
But I'm certain the current primate has no wish to resign.
Exactly. And I am not fully convinced your progeny truly understands what dreadful power he is about to defy.
That's interesting.
No. I must know why Elizabeth fled here when I discovered she was the original healthy carrier.
No, she is not what you say she is. That is a secret you will discover soon enough.
She's not a healthy carrier.
Why are you here? Which new thread of which old twisted plan are you seeking to pull now? Tell me the truth.
I am just here to salute my sons and to bid them fare thee well.
Sons?
Your sons? Plural? My God, will you ever stop speaking in riddles?
Perhaps I am too old for your spoken language. Perhaps you now have so many subtle words you no longer hear the simplest ones.
What?
Tell
This
me
guy.
about William Marshall. Why is his blood so strong?
He is not stronger than you, only older. You are strong, Jonathan Reid. A champion of your time.
And he killed the previous disaster. So I'm guessing he is the maker of William Marshall.
Is he here? Is William Marshall here? Is that why you're here now too?
Have I not already answered that question?
I think that's what it is.
His blood was not tainted. The blood Lord Redgrave possessed. That which I used in the serum. But what if it had been?
Then you would have failed, I suppose. For the blood of hate would have corrupted you too.
When he fought me, Geoffrey McCullum used a serum made of King Arthur's blood. Since then, I have discovered that it was vampire blood. Whose blood was it?
You just said it. It was the blood of a king. The blood of the champion I chose to save this land in its time of greatest peril.
King Arthur was
So is he
also
making one per disaster, I guess?
Why am I not surprised?
Yes, he was. But he failed in the end. And for centuries the land suffered his defeat.
That's some really cool world building they have going.
Who are your sons? Why do you bid them farewell now?
You are my son,
Yeah, there we go.
as is William Marshall.
This is madness. How many have you created? Who else? Shakespeare? Isaac Newton? Alfred the Great? Francis Drake? Thomas More? Guy Fawkes?
My progeny is scarce, for I rarely feel the urge to protect this land anymore. But yes, one of those you named is your immortal brother.
Tis
Maybe you shall meet one night.
in the sequel, if there is one.
So that is all we are to you. Puppets you create to defeat some threat born from a dreaming devil.
No. You are my sons. I am proud of you. I mourn when you fail.
Speak clearly then, and answer my last question.
What is it?
Did I defeat the epidemic?
Now you've found the castle, Jonathan Reid. Only you can answer that. Farewell, my child. I shall dream about you soon.
Alright then. That was interesting, a lot of information. Can't go this way. The music was really out of place with what was happening with the discussion. Is there a reason I can't teleport in any of these? Oh, I guess I take the stairs. Why are we out in the day and why is the light not hurting us? Why is he not commenting on that? That is very strange. Are we dreaming? Mary Inglewood, born Whiteacre. 5034. Robin Inglewood. I don't know if these are historically significant persons, I don't know them. But again, English lore is not really my strong suit. I mean, it's dawn, so maybe it's not really hitting us yet. The sun that is.
The lady of the manor isn't expecting visitors. Maybe it's just my imagination, but I think I smell Elizabeth's perfume. She must be here somewhere.
London, 4 August 1865. Foundation of an orphanage for young ladies. She made the orphanage where she later on got her daughter from, adopted her. Yeah, she's Blackwood. Okay, that makes sense. Crypt of the castle.
Like most castles, this one has a crypt, and it holds something special inside.
Damn, nice.
Elizabeth, my love, you allow my portrait to watch over you while you sleep.
It's gonna end badly, isn't it?
This castle is falling apart.
Can I... Nope. I can go down though.
That sweet fragrance. Elizabeth's perfume. She was here, and recently.
Nice. Nice castle. I love the shields. And the huge fireplace which they had. That's pretty cool. Pretty fucking cool. I see another letter. On the second floor, okay. It's the same person too. Oh, this is how she met Edgar. By Vincent van Gogh. Oh, that's cool. Before I go there, let me see this way. Oh my god. Jesus. This is huge. Well, it's a castle, you know.
This painting looks suspicious.
Yep. It is Morgan with Arthur. Or Marshall, I guess. Oh, this is the other side. Okay. Anything else? No. Okay. This castle is awesome. I'm not sure about the song so far, but I like the castle. Jesus. Is this the entrance? Yes, it is. Oh, there we go. Pretty sure this is where I'm supposed to go. Unless there is something I missed. Maybe there is a hidden switch or something, and I need to read something that will tell me what to do. That's strange. Whoa. Don't fall on me, Castle. Don't see anything else. What am I missing? Don't see anything. I mean, I see the painting, but I can't. Oh.
A sword and a moon are the symbols I should look for.
Oh, we're adventuring now. Okay. A sword and the moon.
What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work.
Can I change it? There we go. The sword.
One last switch,
And what is the moon? Ah. I didn't even see this before. That's not the moon. That is a moon.
voila.
Aha. Creepy place. Could have done something better with it, Elizabeth. I mean, it's below the castle, but still. You know, make it a bit prettier. Alright, end game.
Drop your sword, Father. You have nothing to be afraid of.
Shall we abandon this then? Shall we lower our heads?
No. Never. You taught me that.
Blood is approaching. Old but young.
Is this the martial guy? Why are you blue?
Shall I drink it? Smite it?
No, Father. He is a friend. Please, rest. I'll take care of it.
Caution, Elizabeth. Deceit runs through these veins.
Now it's the normal
I
color.
know, Father. What took you so long, Jonathan?
Is this really him?
Yes. This is William Marshall,
He's seen better days.
1st Earl of Pembroke, servant of 5 mortal kings, former regent and saviour of England. The greatest knight who ever lived, according to some.
And you called him father?
For he gave me eternal life, and much more.
I have so many questions, Elizabeth.
You always had questions, Dr. Reid.
Now that I stand before you both,
Are we Dr. Reid
in
now?
this vault, I know not where to begin.
We still have a few minutes left.
Where are we? What is this place?
This is the Ashbury estate. I inherited the title when I
That
purchased
fire by the
castle.
books is unsafe.
Is this your retreat? Something of a secret place?
It's more of a sanctuary, really. This is where I take care of my father. Ever since he became unwell.
Are you not afraid someone might discover you here? It's not that hard to find.
Do not assume that I would hesitate to silence anyone who tried to reveal my secret. Fortunately, it has rarely come to that.
Why did you flee here?
When you told me I was the healthy carrier, I had nowhere else to go.
You mean you had to return to the real source of this scourge?
Yes, to end it once and for all.
Oh shit. Is the father the real source?
Will you go back to London?
No, Jonathan. I do not intend to.
And what of your daughter?
Charlotte is a strong, independent woman who's about to come into money. I took care of everything. Now it's time for her to shape her future.
I have destroyed the disaster, this creature that Harriet Jones had become. The epidemic is no more, and London will recover. In time.
Yes. You did well, Jonathan. You truly saved the city.
Yes, we did. Despite all obstacles. I'm truly convinced we did it together, Elizabeth.
I cannot bear knowing I was the cause of all this. Through the use of my own blood.
No. This catastrophe was the result of unethical experimentation. And the will of a creature so inexplicably evil, she exceeds all the terrible wonders I have seen since my death.
But it was my blood all along. My corrupted blood of hate. The poisoned blood of my father. A healthy carrier. That's all I am.
Why are you hiding William Marshall here?
How could I not take care of him? He sacrificed himself by giving me the only dose of antidote he had.
Oh. Interesting.
He gave you the antidote?
Yes. And in doing so, he knew he'd have to be confined here. And yet he volunteered. That's how great a man William Marshall was. And still is.
What do you do for him?
I visit him as often as possible. I paint the landscapes he will never see again. I feed him with my blood.
You feed him? You barely sustain yourself on the weak blood of the dying, yet you give him your blood?
After he saved me from the blood rage, I swore I would never kill to feed. He said the same.
Is he dangerous?
What do you think? He is a thirsty Ekon who has not fed in centuries. An elder vampire driven by an urge to kill and spread the blood of hate.
No redemption, then.
And yet he thinks he has been offered immortality by the angels to protect the feeble and to smite the unholy.
Can he communicate?
Yes. Sometimes he even seems like the noble knight who saved and raised me. But you know, the malice never fully leaves his eyes.
We could cure him.
It's too late. The blood of hate has run for too long. The antidote would not work on him. I tried. Believe me, I tried.
William Marshall infected you. He is the true original carrier.
Yes. But he saved me by sacrificing himself.
Saved you?
She was a disaster.
The tears of angels. The cleansing of impure blood by an older, more powerful blood. It worked on me, did it not?
Yes. Blood is the definitive key to our species. Skals, cleansing, lineage. Do you really think it worked?
It has, Jonathan. I was nothing but a beast who took pleasure in slaughter. I roamed across Europe, reaping my bloody crop. It was the blood of hate. But my father's antidote cured me.
Who are you, really?
How could I answer that? I went through many lives and identities to reach this day. To you, I am Elizabeth Ashbury, and that's all I wish to be.
I love that she's holding a sword.
I understand. And I respect your desire for privacy.
Thank you, Jonathan.
How did you meet William Marshall?
He was an Ekon for centuries when he found me. He saved me from certain death by making me his progeny.
Why did he choose you?
You should ask him that.
Did you ever blame him?
Not even when he was infected and bit me. He is my father. He raised me. He taught me how to behave.
What about us?
What do you mean?
You know my feelings towards you, Elizabeth. But you left without a word. So I'm worried about your feelings towards me.
I love you, Jonathan. I've loved you since the moment I saw you rescue poor Mr. Hampton in that filthy slaughterhouse, forgetting the danger as you turned your back, like the newborn fool you were.
You should have told me.
No, Jonathan. The William Marshall myth lies at the heart of so many hostile plans. I could not risk jeopardizing his safety.
So why did you come here? You knew I would follow you. I can't let you go.
Because I know now the blood of hate is still in my veins. No one but I can put an end to this tragedy.
I can help you. You can trust me, Elizabeth.
I know, Jonathan. You have been the most loyal ally these last few weeks. But this is my duty.
Would your protege agree to speak with me? I have so many questions for him.
Go on, Jonathan. But be careful.
Yes?
Sir William. My God.
Oh, I was about to
You
say
really
the same
are
thing.
William Marshall.
The thing he's wearing.
You served Richard the Lionheart and his brother, King John. It is such a privilege to meet you.
I did in my day. Come closer if you want to speak. For my hearing isn't what it used to be.
I think your hearing
Yeah.
is fine, sir.
What is it you want then?
I found your research on the antidote. The tears of the angels. What ingredients did you use?
Once I understood what the ingredients were, I used the tears of King Richard and the pure blood of the valiant Boadicea.
King Richard and Boadicea? How did you find such relics?
It took me many years to locate their hiding place. Then I had to learn the formula. If I recall, it belonged to an ancient brotherhood.
Ooh.
The Order of
Interesting.
Paul, I believe.
And did it work?
Yes. The tears cleansed my poor Elizabeth's blackened heart. It was such a blessing to see her smile again.
I found and defeated the disaster that was threatening to smite London. You should know that the city is safe for now, Sir William.
Then may I call you brother? Did you resist its poison? Even a scratch from a beast so evil could endanger you and all those you care for.
You also defeated one in 1666. Who was it?
She was a malicious witch who spread plague throughout the city with her army of rats. She had been hiding in a bakery in Pudding Lane for months when I finally found her.
How did you defeat it?
We fought for hours. In the end, I had to lock her in St. Paul's Cathedral and burn the building down. I wanted to be sure she was destroyed.
The blood of hate. How does it affect you? Do you feel it now?
The blood of hate? Yes. Nothing more than a sneeze, really. A sneeze held for so long, you could blow a fortress down if you released it.
I would like to ask you about vampires.
Vampires? What about them?
Considering your experience, please tell me what you know.
They are terrible creatures. I have seen and fought many in my time. Foul temptresses with sharp claws and shrieking beaks.
I have never seen such a creature. What are you talking about?
Of course you've never seen a creature like them. Vampires are deadly, swift and implacable.
What?
Where did you encounter such creatures?
The last time I saw one was in a Celtic temple near Salisbury. A terrible and god-forsaken place full of ghosts and pestilence.
Can we speak about the Morrigan?
The Red Queen. What of her?
You met her, did you not?
Just once, but she never ceased to sing to me. I love her song. It is a song of blood and war. I only wish she would sometimes let me rest.
Do you know who she is?
I don't want to discuss this in front of my sweet Elizabeth.
Why?
For a time, she too could hear the Red Song. The steps she danced to its melody brought pain upon the world.
Do you remember Myrddin, your maker?
Only God is my maker, for he created everything on this earth. He blessed me with eternal life through his archangel, Michael.
But Myrddin, Michael, is a vampire. He made you a blood-sucking creature of the night.
Blood, yes. I used to drink it from the throats of the unworthy. Then I was punished for my deceit. During my penance, I rely entirely upon my sweet Elizabeth.
I'm not sure if he has lost it or he has contextualized what happened to him by what he knew on his age, which is angels, demons, witches, vampires, etc.
Tell me about Elizabeth.
How was she infected?
I do not wish to discuss it.
Please, Sir William. I need to know what the blood of hate is. How is it transmitted?
After defeating the disaster in St. Paul's Cathedral, I returned to my retreat, infected. This is where my sweet Elizabeth found me, for she heard my pain from across the sea.
Where is this retreat you mentioned?
In London, under Temple Church, beneath my empty tomb. I always loved to sleep there while listening to the bell above.
What happened then?
The blood of hate had twisted me into a rage-filled man. I attacked my progeny and infected her too. Forgive me, Elizabeth. I failed you.
You bit her again? Is that how she was infected with the disaster's blood? I think I understand now.
Elizabeth fled, and I fell to my knees, begging for forgiveness. I swore I would find a way to make things right.
We have the antidote inside us. Can we bite her and give her, let her bite us and give her blood, basically?
How did you meet Elizabeth?
Times were tough. I had awakened to protect the land from a new plague. I heard her sing for her dead family. Singing for her death to come. I chose to save her.
When was that?
It was so long ago. A few years after Elizabeth of England and Catherine of France established their alliance against Spain.
What did you do?
I raised her as my progeny. After she left to see the world, I rebuilt her deceased parents' inn. Owned it as William Thorne for a time. Those were good years.
Did you really sacrifice yourself to save her?
That was the only righteous path. The blood of hate made me betray her. I am at peace here. I can think about what I've done and how I failed.
I guess she has the antidote already in here because she gave it to her. And that quells it but doesn't destroy the blood.
Do you not want to be cured?
No. This hunger is mine. I would feel empty without it. It has been part of me for so long. All I want is quiet. Silence.
Death.
You agreed to be confined here then?
Yes. Once I was sure she was cured, I asked to be locked down here. I deserve it. The world needs it.
We could set you free. Let you out. Isn't that what you want?
I pray for the day I'll see the sky again. I have all but forgotten its colors. I could walk and do so many things beneath the stars. But I doubt it will be wise to release me.
Then will you stay here and repent?
Elizabeth told me it will not be long now. I cannot wait to feel the sweet caress of her hand on my cheek after so long as she releases me.
Yeah. Short time, I guess.
Has the time come?
Yes, Father.
Why not unleash me then? To see the sky a final time.
You already are the sky, and all its stars.
I'm not defeated, for I welcome the sword you bear, for it is mine.
You were never defeated, my lord.
How are the books not on fire? Goddamn game.
Farewell, Father.
Will she ask us to do the same to her?
And to you also, Jonathan.
What do you mean?
I guess I can jump into the fire.
I can't stand what I've become. This healthy carrier, as you put it. The flames will purify the poison that runs in my veins.
No! I won't allow this to happen.
I am death, Jonathan. Wherever I go, I can't stand it.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reid, champion of Myrddin, chosen to save England from the vampire epidemic. I could cure you.
What do you mean?
We are creatures of blood, Elizabeth. Everything about us is in our blood. With time, I could perfect the antidote William Marshall gave you. Trust me, for time is on our side.
That is a risk I cannot take, Jonathan. I won't bring another such disaster into this world.
Elizabeth, no. Trust me. I can save you.
How could I trust you, Jonathan? How could I take such a chance?
I'll stay here with you then, as long as we must until I find a cure.
You have no idea what you're talking about, Jonathan. Despite his madness, William was strong enough to start the centuries. I doubt we can do the same.
We will lock ourselves down then. I'll get all the material I need and I'll perform my research here with you until you're cured.
Are you mad? Who would take care of us? Who would free us if it takes decades or even more?
Old Bridget will take care of us.
You are serious, aren't you? You really are ready to do this?
I love you, Elizabeth. I can do this. Please, stay with me.
I believe you. This is crazy, but I believe you, Jonathan.
One prayer for the summoned, called by this song. Child born from darkness, whose path ye must find. Now the song is sung, and your path chosen. England is safe, for you have prevailed. I bid you farewell, my champion, bittersweet. You found yourself a newer quest, and so I leave you to it. My queen sleeps once again, and I'll soon join her slumber, until alas she rises, woken by the hunger never fed.
Alright then. That was interesting. That was not a bad ending, but it kinda took way too long to get there. I think the epilogue could have been done in half the time. There was a ton of exposition there, a ton of this happened because of that, that happened because of that. Which is not bad giving answers, but it's never great when you give them all together. And some things we didn't even know, I think. Nonetheless, this was a pretty fantastic game. I personally loved it. It could be better in some areas. The combat could be better. It is not bad in any stretch of the imagination, but sometimes it's not as responsive as it should have been. The music soundtrack could have been more diverse. It also seemed sometimes not too much what was going on. The story was pretty good. Again, there were a lot of influences from Vampire the Masquerade games, which is great, personally. I liked the district system, the civilian system, the doctor system, which is basically you making things to cure them. I thought that was pretty cool. It didn't play as much as a role as I thought in the end. I mean, I know that if you let the district fail, you get more enemies and it goes into chaos, the people die, but in the end, it didn't seem to affect at all the storyline. It was kinda separate. I would have liked to see that more interwoven inside the main story. I would definitely recommend this game for people that like vampire games. It is the first big vampire game I have played and enjoyed since Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. I really hope that they can sell enough to warrant a sequel, and I hope the sequel is basically an improved version of this. They take some of the things they have done here and build on them gameplay systems wise. Again, the story was for me very enjoyable. I liked it. I liked a lot of the side missions too. So that was good. I would like just to see changes on what I already mentioned, basically. Some of the backtracking was kinda annoying at times. The map wasn't that big, but when you have to go from one end of the map to the other one, especially in the later chapters where the Great Hand was on, and there were enemies everywhere, basically, either the Guard of Priwen or the Skals or the infectious Ichor. Then it got somewhat annoying. I really liked that a lot of the side quests, and I'm pretty sure I missed a lot of them, a ton of them actually, were done basically only when you uncovered the story behind them, and then you got to do them. Like, you need to get the correct hints, or you need to observe people. It wasn't go to this NPC that has an exclamation point above his head, speak to him, you got the quest, go do it. It was much more immersive the way they did it. I really liked that. And I liked how harsh the consequences were too. Again, I just wish they played a role in the main story, basically. Like Crane was very impactful on me and it made a huge impression. We were used to kinda pick the blue option, the powers option, and it made sense for the character too to charm her to forget what she saw, but the way that unfolded was unexpected and really nice. I don't know, I don't have a lot of bad things to say about the game. Loved it. Hope I get to play some more of that. Again, I'm not sure how much it has sold. I haven't seen any information about that. Steam Spy has it at about 100 to 200k on Steam, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it did on consoles either. Anyway, hopefully more people will play it because it was really good. The voice acting cast was pretty fucking good. I don't think I saw anyone that I said I don't like that. It was pretty impressive, I got to say. And I like that you see different how they played different parts, basically. Mostly all of them, except for one or two people. And I could tell once, I think, that it was a repeat voice actor. Mostly I didn't notice, which means it was very well done. I also didn't notice any or too many similarities in portraits, which is always hard to do. I find most games tend to overlap the same portraits, character models, is what I mean. But I didn't get that at all. So that's great. I'll wait until this is done, maybe it has another scene. I love the cutscenes too, the hand-drawn things. And the black and white, the Stonehenge in the end, for example. or them trying to find a cure. That was really nice. We would have seen more of that, I think. So it took me what? Let's see, it's 3 hours. It took me about 33 hours. And I totally didn't do a lot of side quests. I tried to do all I found, but I failed on some hints. And on some characters I had no hints whatsoever, so you can probably spend even more time than I did if you want to do everything. And also if you can, I feel, do multiple playthroughs. You can do like a full let's kill everybody and see what happens playthrough, or a full pacifist one. I usually do a pacifist playthrough on games, but I felt that it made sense with a character to want to feed. It seems kinda unrealistic to not feed on anyone. He still chose those he saw as evil. So he basically combined the need to feed with making society better, if you like. I think that fitted the character. I would have liked to see some diversity on assets. The paintings, as I said, and the dress on the same place on every house. There was something more. Speaking about diversity, now it's evading me. God damn it. Don't remember now. I like the. I could have seen more guns slash weapons. They didn't have armor, so maybe you could change clothes or something. Maybe next time. Okay, I guess we don't have anything. Cool. That's Vampyr then, and my thoughts on it. Hope you enjoyed this. I'll be back with another series. Have a good day, night, and I'll see you next time.